Okay, identifying a sign of strength, as I told you before, there are several signs of strength and weakness in the market. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
little bit blur, but I think it's fine.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's much better now.
Okay, all right. Okay, so identifying sign of strength and sign of weakness. These are the most important, and then we have the background and weakness, these four things we'll discuss here. So the sign of strength, sign of weakness. Someone ring my bell. Just hold on. Yes, okay. So as I told you, sign of strength, sign of weakness. They hello.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. All right. So sign of strength and sign of weakness are several different kinds. Number one is let's suppose selling climax. I told you the selling climax is observed in during the trend end. Okay. So let me show you in the whiteboard. Okay. So you have a channel here. Okay. All right. You have this channel, and you see the price is just rotating like this, right? Rotating in a downtrend, and then it will cross this channel. Okay. We have sorry. Okay. You will see the oversold, right? During this oversold, you will see oversold, and then this one is test here, and then it go up. This one is oversold, right?
Yeah.
Okay. During the oversold, you will observe oversold. Okay. During the oversold, you will also observe SC. Okay. So selling climax. So I will use different terms in terms of let me tell you what I will use, right? Selling climax. So in this mentorship program, I will use several different short forms and abbreviations. So you should know what these abbreviations are. For example, oversold, I will say oversold as OS, oversold, okay?
Okay.
Overbought
Okay.
would be O/B, overbought, okay? Similarly, selling climax would be SC, selling climax, okay? And then we have buying climax, okay? We will call it as BC, buying climax, okay? Then we have secondary test. Secondary test, we will call it as ST, okay? Then we have automatic reaction. And automatic reaction AR will also be known as automatic rally, okay? And then we have what to say, what other terms? Buying climate, back holding, effort versus no result, okay? So we have effort versus no result. Okay, now we will call it as effort versus the EVNR, effort versus no result. Okay, these are the short forms which I will consistently use. So I will not mark my chart with these long terms. I will just use these terms. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Effort versus no result. Then we have let's suppose we have no demand and no demand. No demand would be ND. Okay, no supply. No supply would be NS. So you can just see what we have. Okay, then we have jump across the creek is like overcoming supply, pushing through supply. Pushing through supply would be, well, I have a name of pushing through supply as, yes, no. Jump across the creek. Across the creek. So when I use the term jump across the creek in simple Wyckoff term, we will use that JAC. What is JAC actually? I will write it down. JAC is equals to breakout of resistance. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so that's JAC. And then we have RBI, no, JAC. After we have LPS. LPS would be last point of support. Okay, last point of support. Sorry. Okay, we call it as LPS.
Okay.
So last point of support is typically like this. For example, if we have a breakout, we have a support and resistance, right? Okay, and we just, like we break out. This breakout is known as JAC. Okay, JAC, and when the price goes up and test this region again and make it as support, we call it as last point support. Okay, test of the broken resistance. So this is LPS. Got it?
All right.
Yeah. And then similarly, we also have this one here. After LPS, we have jump across the creek, LPS, and then we have to the opposite side support is FTI, falling through ice. Falling through ice is FTI. Okay, we call it as FTI in short form. And then we have rally back to ice. Rally back to ice. Okay. All right. Rally back to ice, and then LPS is also known as. Okay, I'll tell you. Rally back to ice. So rally back falling through ice. Rally back to ice. So rally back to ice is RBI. Okay, now if I want to say this is support and resistance, right? You know that, right? Okay, so the upward is resistance, this is support. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so once we broke the support, we call it as falling through ice, FTI. Falling through ice, FTI. Okay, and then once we test this region again, the broken support, and then we go down, this is known as rally back to ice, RBI. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, but what happens sometimes that there will be several situations when you will see oversold and selling climax like this. Okay, oversold, buying climax. Okay, and then we will have also the terms like, so just write down this on the piece of paper so that you can just remember it. Okay, then we have, let's suppose we have LPS. Okay, similarly, rally back to ice is also known as LPSY, okay, which is last point of supply, just like last point of support, last point of supply. Got it? Here we have, let me do it. So there is a difference between LPS and this falling through ice. I'll tell you what is the difference. So,
Okay.
right, we have We also call it as LPS, or we also, sorry, RBI, rally back twice. We can also call it as LPSY. LPSY. LPSY means last point of supply. Of supply. Got it?
Okay.
Supply. Supply is what? Supply is the resistance. Because when the support is broken, okay, this support will act as the resistance. That's why we call it as last point of supply. Got it? Here as well, last point of support. When the resistance is broken, then the market will come back to this level, retest, and then go up again. This point is known as last point of support. Got it?
Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So these are the terms which we use. And then we have other terms as well. We have ease of movement. I told you about ease of movement. Okay, ease of movement is, we call it as EOM, ease of movement. Okay, and then we have another terms like we call it as PS. Okay, it is preliminary support. Preliminary support. Preliminary support is like, for example, there are situations where this what to say, where the selling climax will fail. For example, if you have downtrend here, okay, and okay, then this is overbought. This overbought fails and then it goes more down. This failed overbought is known as preliminary support. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. In the same way, if we are in uptrend, okay, let me show you what I mean here. I will show you on the charts. This book here, okay, I will explain you here, okay. Can you see the book?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if you go to the market structure here, then you will see sign of weakness and sign of strength here. Okay. Now this one is overbought. I told you this is demand line, supply line, right? Bullish channel, know about this. Inverted one, converging lines, you know about this. Or trading ranges, accumulation, distribution ranges. You already know about this, right? Now you see this is selling climax. This preliminary supply. Can you see preliminary supply? PS. Preliminary supply is the failed selling climax. Got it? And then we have selling climax. We have AR, automatic rally. Okay, because it's rallying. After selling climax, when the price rally, we call it as automatic rally. Okay, after buying climax, when the price fall, we call it as automatic reaction. Got it?
Got it.
So all I mean to say here, for example, if this is, let me clear it all. No, I will not clear. Clear it will be gone this one. I don't want this one. Okay. So the difference between okay. All right. So let's suppose if we have a channel here, right? Okay. Now this is okay. What you will see here, this is what. Okay. Now I will tell you the basic structure here so that you can understand it. Okay. Now we have a channel. Okay. So what exactly happens in the Wyckoff here? For example, I will have the uptrend channel. We are taking the uptrend case. Okay. Am I right?
Okay.
Okay. So you will see here uptrend. Okay. And you know the characteristics of uptrend already. I told you, right? The volume on the impulsive wave will increase and the spread will increase. The range of the bar will increase and the volume on the reaction wave or retracement or corrective wave will decrease, right? And the spread will decrease.
Yep.
Right? You know about this already. This from my previous webinars. Okay. So now you see as we go up here, we notice an overbought here. Okay. Notice an overbought. All right. After overbought, what will happen? The price will go up. This is overbought. The price will come down here and make a trading range. I think you already know this, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this one, as you know, this one is overbought. We call it as OB, and we also call it as buying climax. This one, right? This part.
Yes.
All right. This one, after buying climax, the price will temporarily fall down to and make a support. Got it? This is known as AR. Now, because it is now it is falling down, it's AR, automatic reaction. Why not automatic rally? Because reaction, when the price is going up, we call it as rally. When the price is going down, it's known as reaction. Understand? Got it? So we will call it as automatic reaction, right? We will call it as automatic reaction. After automatic reaction, what happened? The price will come and test this region. Okay? Test this region. We will call it as secondary test. Got it? Okay. After secondary test, what will happen? The secondary test can have three characteristics. This secondary test can be in the form of effort versus no result, okay, or we have no demand, or we have efforts no result, no demand, and we can also have I mean, these will be the kind of characteristics, okay. Either we will have efforts no result or no demand. Got it? Over here, I will tell you what is no demand, what is effort result later. Later I will tell you. Now here, after secondary test, what will happen? The price will come again and test this region and make what? When the price cuts this region through, okay, to the top side, and then it fails and then drops back to the trading range. We call it as upthrust. Okay, upthrust is mentioned as Wyckoff used to say that UT. Okay, we call it as UT, upthrust. Got it? Upthrust is the fail attempt. It's a fake breakout to the upside, and then it fails, and then the price comes back to the trading range. Upthrust. Upthrust is similar to the overbought. The only difference between overbought and upthrust is that upthrust is formed in a horizontal range. You see, horizontal range. Overbought is formed in a ascending range. Got it? This is overbought. Yes. It is. They have very similar characteristics. Overbought and upthrust have similar characteristics. But the only difference is that this range is the ascending range. This range is horizontal. When we have fake breakout to the upside and then it goes down, okay, back to the trading range, we call it as upthrust. Okay, and then what will happen? Sometimes the price will come again. Okay, this is not always the case, but sometimes this happens. The price will again breach the level of upthrust. You see, this level of upthrust, it will again breach the level of upthrust. We call it as UTAD, upthrust after distribution. Okay, got it?
Okay.
But I must tell you, this is not the case every time. Okay, this may happen, this may not happen. This is not compulsory. UTAD. Okay, what happens? Sometimes the upthrust happen, the price will come, test this region and go down. Sometimes you will see a UTAD, sometimes you will not see UTAD. Got it? Okay, and then after UTAD, the price will come back and test this region. Just right over here. This test again, this final test. This final test is known as what I told you. We will call it as TOUT. Okay, TOUT.
Okay.
test of upthrust. Okay. TOUT. All right, TOUT. But this here in this context is not TOUT, it is TOUTAD. Got it? Test of upthrust after
Okay.
distribution. Okay. Let's suppose if we don't have this UT, if we hide it, if we don't have this UT, okay, and the price came back and test after UT, we have a test, and after test we go down. So we will call it as TOUT. Got it? You know what is the difference between TOUT?
Yeah.
Test of upthrust. Got it? That's it. There is no like they are similar, but test of upthrust after distribution occurs after upthrust after distribution. Test of upthrust occurs after upthrust. Got it? And then what will happen once the price goes back here? Okay, we call this region. The Wyckoff used to call this region. Okay, let's suppose the Wyckoff used to call this line as, I told you, demand line, right? And this one, this line is demand line. And how about this one? What he used to call it? He
Supply
used to
line.
call it as not supply line. We would call it as overbought line.
Okay.
Okay, supply line. Okay, I will tell you.
It's
Supply
the
line.
downtrend.
Supply line is in the downtrend because we call it as overbought line because we want to see, because this is the line where we will see whether the price will overbought or not. Got it?
Okay.
That's why we call it as overbought line. Okay. So once the price overbought, we know that the price will reverse after. Okay, that's why we call it as overbought line. And this overbought line, this line here, we call it as, again, the Wyckoff used to call it as supply line. Oh, no, resistance. Okay, this one is resistance. Okay, this one, support. This Wyckoff does not use to call it support. Okay, because this is distribution, phase, right? This is distribution or accumulation?
Distribution.
This is distribution, no? So Wyckoff used to call this support. This support was known as ICE. Got it?
Okay.
So ICE is equals to support of distribution. Okay, all right. Now, once we fall through, now this is known as ICE. You already know that. Once we fall through the ICE here, what we call it as? We call it as FTI. FTI, falling through ICE. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, and then the price will come back and test this region again. Okay, now this region. Now this test is known as I told you, RBI, rally back to ICE. Rally back to ICE. Because the price is rallying back to ICE. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all. This is a basic structure of Wyckoff. Now, several times, okay, you will see a high volume over here. So one thing I told you about overbought. What is the characteristics of overbought and buying climax? What are the characteristics? Can you tell me? I must tell you here. Remember,
Ultra high volume.
Okay. First of all, the first characteristic is not ultra high volume. Ultra high volume can be many bars. Okay. Now it will have, number one, it will have breach the overbought line. Okay. It will breach the overbought line and fall back to the ascending channel. Right? This is first characteristic. It will breach the overbought line and falls back to the ascending channel. The second one, number two, ultra high volume and large range bar or spread, right? The bar size, the length of the bar will be large, and volume will be ultra high. Okay.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. What is the third and main characteristics here? Okay. So this one is these are the main things, right? Okay. Now we do not sell buying climates overbought. Remember that we never sell it. We have to wait for the test. We have to wait for the trading range to form. This trading range is formed. We only sell. These are the good points. Now, where do we sell them? Okay, where do we sell? We will sell at UT. This is our first sell. When we sell at UT, we will exit our position over here at the AR position. The AR will, because the buying climax will give us what? Resistance. AR will give us what? Ice. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Hello? हेलो जी, कहाँ से बात कर रहे हैं? किस चीज में? मैं समझा नहीं। HBL के, हबीब बैंक लिमिटेड। जी जी। नहीं, नेगेटिव फीडबैक का ये था कि मैंने कॉल किया था, तो मैंने उनसे कहा था कि मुझे अपना नंबर अपडेट करवाना है। मतलब ये HBL जो बैंकिंग जो ऐप है, लेकिन मुझे कोई सपोर्टिंग वो नहीं बता रहा, कोई कन्विंसिंग आंसर नहीं मिला। उनका बैंक जाके मेरा बना दूँ। जी। अच्छा, ठीक है। जी जी, ठीक है, ठीक है। ओके। Hello, can you see this running out of time? So I have to update it. All right. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. So this is how, right? So we have ultra high volume. We have this one, right? So I told you that we will sell over here. Our second sell position would be UT80. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If this webinar close, I will give you another link, okay, for the second webinar. Okay. This is the third point
All
where
right.
we will sell the point. Okay. So every time when we sell, for example, we sell we just sell the market over here, we will exit over here. Okay, now notice one thing. I told you OB, which is overbought in buying climax, and automatic reaction. Okay, sorry, automatic reaction will give you what? It will give you support and resistance of the trading range. Am I right?
Yes.
For example, if I hide all these things, let's suppose if I hide all these things, we don't know. We only know about OB and AR. This OB, we will draw our ice from here, from the low of AR, and we will draw resistance from the top of OB and buying club. Got it? So these will give us. So every time when we sell on the secondary test, we will exit over here. When we sell over UT, we will exit over here on the ice. When we sell over UTAD, we will exit over here. Test of it, exit. But once we break through it, now we are confirmed that the trend is changed. Now this break over here, okay, which we call it as falling through ice. We call this as falling through ice. This break over here is known as change of behavior. Why we call it as change of behavior? Because actually uptrend is changing into a downtrend. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we call it as change of behavior. Okay. Once this change of behavior is noticed, what we'll see, we will come back to test this region, and then this is the fourth. This we will not sell over here, because oftentimes if we sell over this point, for example, if I sell over here, what will happen? Oftentimes what will happen, the price will come, and then the price, rather than testing this region, the price will hit my stop loss and go up. Right? This is a possibility. Am I right?
Yes.
So that's why selling the breakout of ice is very, very dangerous, and I will not encourage that. Okay. Now, once we see that because after this falling through ice, once we see that the price comes and tests this region, and then it goes down from here, this is the point where we will sell again. Because here we are confirmed that the downtrend is changed. Why? Why we are confirmed that the downtrend is changed? Because the price is making lower. Here the price is making equal lows. Here the price makes lower low, and here the price makes lower high. Am I right?
Yes.
Once the price makes lower high, we are confirmed that the trend is changed, and that's why we're going to sell over this point. So these are the sell positions. So our sell position would be UT. Okay. Secondary test. Never sell secondary test. Why? Secondary test, because this secondary test can breach this point and then go more up, and this overbought can fail. Right? We don't know whether overbought will fail or not. We only know overbought will fail or succeed only after secondary test. If the secondary test succeed, only then we can know that the overbought is formed. Got it? This is actually the overbought.
Right.
Okay, now let me show you how this actually looks on the chart. Okay. Let's suppose here we have, okay, now if we draw this channel here, from here to here, we draw the channel. Am I right? Okay. Now, after drawing the channel, sorry, from here, right? Because this is a trading range. Now, if we draw the trading range from here, this is the first trading range. The price is coming out of distribution, and from here, actually the uptrend started over here, right? So we draw the trading channel from here. Am I right?
Yes.
This was accumulation. After accumulation, the price breaks the accumulation structure here, and then price came to. So this is what? This is what? This is jump across the creek and rally back, and then we have this last point of support. Okay, back up to the edge of creek or last point of support. After this last of support, what we make here? We make here what? Higher low. Am I right? Higher low. Now, if we want to draw,
yes,
so what will happen? Many people fail to identify Wyckoff. The number one mistake, what they would do, they would start drawing the channel from here. Sorry, they would start drawing the channel from here. This is wrong. This is not right. You have to draw the channel after the accumulation. Got it? So you will draw channel from here. You got it?
Okay.
Okay. So if I draw the channel here, it gives me a perfect overbought. It gives me overbought. But if I draw a channel from this side, okay, if I draw channel from here, this will not give me overbought. Got it? So always
Yes,
draw overbought, sorry, always draw the channel, like uptrend channel, once you see that the accumulation structure is broken. For example, this accumulation, this is broken, and then it's tested, and the price makes the first. Now here the price is making lower lows, right? Okay, lower lows, lower high, and lower low. And here the price makes the first lower high. Oh, sorry,
okay.
first higher low, first higher low, and first higher high. Am I right? So this is the point
Okay.
where you will make the channel. Remember that. Remember this rule.
Okay.
So we draw the channel
So
from
first
here.
must always look for the accumulation or
Yeah,
distribution.
look for the
first, right?
accumulation, and then you have to draw the channel from that point where you see a change in structure. For example, here we have lower highs, lower lows. Here the structure is changed. First higher high, first higher low. Got it? So remember this point. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay,
Understand.
now if we clone it, for example, if I clone it, now the point is, should I keep my channel here or at this point or at this point? Which point should I keep? There are 3 points. I would keep from the highest point. The highest point is this. Got it? Not from this point, not from this. I will keep the highest intermediate swing point between these two, this structure and this structure, these two. Now we have 3 swing points between us, right? We have this swing point, this swing high, this swing high, between here and here. Got it?
Okay.
So we will go for the highest. This is the highest. So we'll keep here. Now this one is overbought. You know, And you see huge volume over here. Can you see? I told you, the volume will increase, the spread, the range of the bar will increase. You see, bar range of the bar increases. This is what? This is confirmed. We call it as OB plus BC, buying clamps, overbought plus buying. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, now we will draw the channel here, the straight channel. Okay, and then the automatic reaction is this: when the price goes back and touches this line. This is what? Now we have a trading range. We call it as AR. AR, automatic reaction. Now we get this one is supply line. This is what? ICE. Got it?
Yep. Got it.
Okay, now this one here, after ICE, when the price reacted first and goes down, this is what? Automatic, sorry, secondary test, right? And can you notice one thing? Okay, I will relaunch this. I will give you a new link because it's less than 1 minute now. Okay. I mistakenly put the timer in the webinar. So I will again, so I will conduct the webinar again. I'm giving you the link shortly. Okay? Yeah.
All right.